What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show today. We're gonna be doing a unboxing and installing of this, my new ski and snowboard holder for the top of the Mk7 GTI. Alright guys, so like I said, this is a ski and snowboard holder. If you know me, I am an avid winter sports enthusiast. And I've actually been looking for one of these holders here for a little bit. And I had a company called BougeRV reach out to me and said they wanted me to do a installation and review on their product. So here we have it. We're gonna do a unboxing, installation, and an initial review on it. So let's get to it. So this is actually really nice, sturdy packaging. It's kind of hard to freaking open almost, in a good way. So basically what these are attachments that go onto your roof rack that you already have in your car. This is a universal kit, so it doesn't have to be for a Mk7 GTI. If you guys have another car like a Volkswagen SUV, or anything else, if you guys are watching this video and you don't have a Volkswagen, these are universal. And as long as you have roof racks, they will work. So what do we have that came in the box? So we have an instruction manual telling you everything that you need to do. Nice color copy, big pictures. It's gonna be a super easy install because of this. I love good instructions. You guys know from my other videos that instructions either make or break the installation process, and these look like they're gonna be a breeze. So I'm really excited for that. We have our hardware here. It came with a Allen key tool, and we also have a nice set of keys so that we can lock the rack. So we're in the lodge having hot chocolates, nobody's gonna steal our skis. So we get a 6-month warranty with this card. It says 6-month warranty. Gives you some more instructions on here if you're having any issues with troubleshooting, what to do, who to contact. Nice QR code right there to make it super simple. So this is with a Facebook, BougeRV Cargo Club. I'm actually really impressed with this so far. So let's take the actual racks out of the packaging and see exactly what we get. Nice. So one thing I can tell right off the bat, guys, this has some really nice soft rubber inlays. That's gonna be in contact with your skis and your snowboard. So having a nice rubber fitting in here really makes a good deal. And this is super soft. It's not gonna damage your skis or your snowboard at all. So I'm kind of curious right now to how these open up. There's a button right here, a super nice large button. I know some of these are hard to use with a gloved hand, but honestly, these buttons are pretty nice and big. But it's locked right now, so we're gonna take the nifty difty key that we have. I'm thinking you just kind of do this, unlock it, and push this button. There we go. Just like that. And we have another rack here. Obviously, you're gonna have two of these. This is actually really nice, high quality stuff. I'm actually pretty impressed with this. I know one of my buddies, Stealth GTI, uses stuff from BougeRV, but this is my first product from them. I'm actually very impressed with the quality and workmanship. And it's cool because this is the same color as the roof racks on the GTI, so it'll match really nicely. So we have one more box that came with the packaging, and I'm assuming that this is gonna be our hooks that actually hook into the roof rack on your car, and that is what it appears to be. You have 4 of these that are gonna get installed on the bottom of the holders, and they're gonna attach to your roof rack so they stay nice and snug. All right, so let's take a look at our instructions. There's actually a video online that you guys can watch, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, is it linked here? Scan the code to watch an installation video directly. That's pretty cool, that's pretty cool. So one of the nice things about this kit is they send you an Allen key with the hardware. Most of us car guys are gonna have an Allen key, but for your everyday average Joe, average mom that might not, and wants to throw her skis or a snowboard up on the car, it's actually a really nice touch to throw in an Allen key. So we're gonna get these all ready to be mounted on top of the car. One cool feature with this is that we can either mount it in a flat orientation or a elevated orientation. In case if you have a taller car, it makes it easier to get the skis in and out of, but I'm gonna show you guys both. We're gonna do the flat orientation first. You can actually install it on the car and change it as you go if you want to be flat or elevated. So first thing I did was unlock it. We're gonna open this guy up here. We're gonna take one of our smaller screws, a little bit of the hardware that they gave with us. We're gonna take our first clamp. You can tell there's a difference between these two. This is the one that's gonna go on the end that is open. It doesn't have this kind of extra little thing. This is what's gonna help it be elevated, so you guys can see here in the lights. So we're gonna take this one and install it. So it's as easy as putting it up on here. It fits into place really nicely. We're gonna line everything up, drop our screw in with our washer and tighten it up. All right. So that's all nice and snugged up, and I can say having this little T Allen key is really, really nice. And I really appreciate you guys throwing this in there. So the next thing we're gonna do is flip this over. And we have this piece right here, which is gonna allow it to be elevated or unelevated. We're gonna hook this into it, and we're gonna put one of our longer screws and washers in there and secure it nice and tight. So once we get that nice and tight, you guys can see it still has a little bit of swivel to it, so that we can adjust it later if we want to do that upright orientation. So now we're going to flip it back over. Going to open it up. So another nice feature here, guys, is there's this little tab. You kind of push it to the side, and it lets this rubber piece slide, so you can let your skis and your snowboard slide out nice and easily, especially if you're on a higher elevated car like an SUV or a truck or something like that. So in this case, we're gonna go for the flat elevation. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in another one of our smaller screws with a washer right here on the side and tighten these up real nice. We'll go ahead and throw this back over here, lock our tab into position. And now this bar is ready to be installed on the car. So we're gonna do the same exact installation of the hardware on the other bar. All right, so now that we have both of these done, we're ready to install them on top of the car. So while we have it here, I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna unloosen these very nice thumb screws, I guess is what you can call them. Take that off, do the same thing on this side. Whoops. Just pop these screws out, like so. And these will swivel freely. And you can adjust these by turning them either way if you want them to be tighter, looser, to be able to fit your car. So I think I'm gonna need to loosen these up just a little bit so that they can fit on the Volkswagen bars. The Volkswagen bars are a little bit thicker, so we'll see just how well this works. So I'm gonna get these nice and centered up on the car. Then we're gonna throw those locking nuts back on. Or do we want to do it off to the side? Actually, on second thought, I think I'm gonna keep it a little bit closer to this side so it's easier to get the skis and snowboard on and off. I don't think they have to be centered up. All right, so we got the first one all on there. You guys saw just how easy it was. Literally just untwisting those, getting them to fit, and then putting the screws back through and tightening up the thumb screws. Super solid on here. It's not going anywhere. So we're gonna get the back one on, do the same exact steps, and then we're gonna put a snowboard on and see how it looks. All right guys, so as you saw, I just went through and just double checked, made sure all those thumb screws were nice and tight, which they are. We're gonna do the maiden voyage here. We're gonna see if my snowboard is gonna fit on top of this car. So it's not like... Look at that. I'm so pumped to be able to take the snowboard around with me, especially in this car. You can throw them in the back seats, put the back down, but if you have people with you, if you have a couple people going snowboarding with you, it becomes an issue. But this is awesome. I mean, she's freaking snug, man. She's real snug, and it looks really, really good. Now, I know it says that you can get 2 snowboards, I think 4 sets of skis on there. Right now the Snowboard is good for me, but I'm gonna show you guys also how easy it is to go to the elevated position. So in case, like I said, if you have an SUV or a truck or something that sits a little bit higher, it's gonna make it easier to get the snowboard or skis off of the car. All right, so step number one, we're just gonna push our little tab over, pull these nice and over. We're gonna expose that screw that we put on the other side. We're gonna take that out, lift it up, and then just reinstall our screw onto the actual fitting itself. And just like that, guys, you can see how easy it was to get this to be slanted. Like I said, it's gonna make it easier if you're on a taller car. You pull this, boom, snowboard skis come right to you. I'm actually gonna roll with it being level. Just my style, the car's not too high, it's actually lowered. But I really, really like this rack. It's gonna be really cool to have the snowboard up there on top of the car. This ski rack is something I would highly recommend. It's good quality. If you've never heard of BougeRV before, you're kind of like me, never did before. Like I said, one of my buddies, Stealth GTI, uses their equipment. It's actually really high quality, almost on par with the Volkswagen OEM roof racks that they have already. It's really good, and I'm excited to be able to do another review here in a week or two. I'm gonna have it on the car. I'm gonna see just how well it does. So if you guys are interested, look for that. But like I said, there's gonna be a link down in the description with a code to get, I think it's 10-15% off. Down in the description, it's gonna come from Amazon. Really, really appreciate these guys sending this out to me. If you guys want to know anything else about it, my thoughts, impressions, drop a comment below. I'll let you know. Other than that, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thank you, BougeRV. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.